Hey guys, this here is Getaway Driver 101, and today I'm going to be giving out a brief explanation on Task Scheduler and exactly how to set it up and use it. Now, with Windows, to set up Task Scheduler, you will just go ahead and click on Search. From Search, you're going to type in TAS, you should find Task Scheduler. Now, what can you do with Task Scheduler? You can set up automation task. I would run it as administrator when you're creating tasks that use command prompts. If you are running basic applications that you want to run automated, you can do that as well, but that takes a little bit more learning how to use it. But what I'm going to show here is how to set up an automated maybe an automated SFC, system file check, for corrupted files or integrity violations, or a check disk check that just checks for bad sensors or bad allocations or maybe bad filing to make sure the files are organized correctly for the computer to understand. With check disk, you can use just the basic check disk. I wouldn't use any advanced check disk functionalities. Just use the basic one for automation. When you automate these privileges, you will go to basic task. So when you do that, you'll type in a name. You'll set it to daily, blah blah, start program, and then you'll put in, like for instance, if you want to do it with command prompt, right here, you pull up your command prompt. Let's say you want to do SFC. You're gonna copy this. You'll paste it over to this. Then when you do, you'll hit next. And then after you hit complete and you've completed it, then what you want to do is you want to go down and you want to go to properties. You want to set to run with highest privilege. Switch it from triggers. Switch it from daily to on idle. For this is up to you if you want it on a repeat task. I recommend setting a stop time regardless in case you ever have an error and the computer is idle for a long period of time when you're gone or something and the task is running for no reason. The computer can close it down. Now 9 times out of 10 command prompt doesn't do that, but applications can. And that's why I said it should vary on what you're using it for. But once you have that set on idle, you'll click OK. So then you'll go over to conditions. You can set it to 1 minute, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. You can customize it. It comes with the presets. I usually customize it. Set the wait for idle to do not wait. Stop it or whatever it is. Start the task only if the computer is on AC power or battery. That's for if you're on laptop. Task scheduler is on all forms of Windows. At your settings, restart fails. I would set it to 2 attempts. Up to you if you want to check mark it or not. You can run check, stop task for 2 hours per hour. And then once you have all that set, make sure do not instance, blah blah, and then restart your computer. And then if the task does not launch, let's say, and you're confused, you can turn on history, go over to history, and see all the history of what it's actually been doing and whether or not it's been working like it should. Now, I recommend disabling it once it works like it should, and just to show that these work, I'm going to manually launch them. Get those off of that. So as you can see, that's how those would look whenever the computer launches them automatically. Now, like I said, you can just set it up, your triggers. Now, whenever you do have it set up, it may move your action types automatically because of how Windows configures actions. For instance, SFC, put the program status up here and then put the argument down there. That's just how Windows operates. So just note that when you do set up these kinds of automation tasks, they will keep your computer functioning properly for a longer period of time. You'll be less likely to run into less errors, less blue screens, less corrupted data. You won't run into it nowhere near as often as you would for older computers. Now, as a computer ages, it may become more and more common. So just note to self that when it comes to software, just standpoint, like your computer should never be idling above 20%, 15%. Anything above 15% on your CPU, I would look into and make sure you don't have malware on your computer, make sure your computer doesn't have corrupted files, make sure your computer its integrity is running correctly, because you'd be surprised how sometimes one thing can cause the whole computer to not run like it should. It's almost like, a hot rod, you gotta tune them once in a while. Same thing goes for your computer. Especially if you got a really good one, you gotta keep up with it. But as long as you keep up with it or have it automated, you won't ever have problems with it. It's whenever you don't do things like that. Thanks for watching, like or subscribe, and I will see you next time.